DIY Dollar Tree Rustic Farmhouse Decor. I'm using up the rest of my Christmas stuff, so I'm using this Christmas sign, tracing it out on craft paper, and then I'm gonna go back and connect where the boards would be. I'm gonna cut this out, and I'm doing it this way because I wanna give it like a three-dimensional look. I've used these signs before to make a wood look, and I'm trying something different. And I tell you what, I am really happy with how it turns out. Now I'm going back, and I'm just using black paint and painting around the edges and then where the boards would meet. So I'm using Mod Podge to apply the craft paper, AKA my wooden boards. Smooth them out, but I don't really care if there's too many wrinkles. After that dries, I go back with black paint again and barely line out where the boards would be meeting, and just using my finger, I'm going to smudge and rub the paint together. I do it on the edges as well. And then I barely stroke my brush like I have not dipped it in paint in a while, and just kind of run it across the boards to make this look like wood. Now I'm using these 3 canvas panels from the Dollar Tree, using 2 of them, and I also printed off 2 of my favorite family pictures just on an inkjet printer. I mean, if you have photos at home that you like, you could definitely just use those. I wanted to put these on a canvas because it'll keep them from bending and preserve them longer. I also sprayed them with water because using Mod Podge and attaching any type of paper to anything, it helps get out the bubbles and the wrinkles. So I'm smoothing out the wrinkles the best I can. It worked really well. Now, one of the pictures, I did not like the symmetry of it, so I decided to use twine on the side. I did this with both of them, and I really like the way this turned out. Now, these clips are from the Dollar Tree. You get 4 for $1, and I'm using metallic gold spray paint from Dollar General. It's like $2.25. Spray painted those. And then I'm adding the clips to the pictures before I decide where I want them, so I can get an idea of what it's gonna look like. I just eyeballed this, I didn't measure anything. Using hot glue, attached the clips, and I'm also attaching some leftover rope to hang this. Now I think this really looks good. I love how this turned out. It looks very similar to real wood, or even some of the fake wood decor you'd buy like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Next, I'm gonna use this sign, Merry and Bright, and I'm taking some gift wrapping paper. I'm gonna trace it out and then cut out the shape. I'm doing it this way because I'm gonna go back with Rust-Oleum chalkboard paint and spray over the gift paper. I didn't do it directly on the board because some of the lettering or graphics is kind of lifted, and I didn't know how well the spray paint would take to everything. So using a paper towel, I spread it and smoothed out the Mod Podge bubbles the best I could. Now, if you have any hangover, it works really, not if you have a hangover, but if you have any like paper hanging over the side, it works really well just to use sandpaper, and then it pulls right off instead of trying to use scissors. This is one of these smaller wreaths from the Dollar Tree, so the smaller size. I'm just taking brown paint and dusting it over the wreath because it's a little too dark. Now I'm taking twine, I'm gonna tie it around, and that's how I'm gonna attach it to my board. I couldn't find a ruler, so I just used like a clipboard. And I'm gonna freehand and trace out kind of like what the sign looked like before with chalk all the way around the sign. Now, as you can see, you can kind of see the wrapping paper through the chalkboard paint, but it doesn't really bother me. If I had to do it over, I'd probably just use regular paper and then Mod Podge it before I sprayed it. I'm writing the word home, but you can write whatever you want. I really love chalkboards. That's the fun of them. You can change it up as your mood changes. To attach the wreath and then to hang it, I'm just using hot glue and twine. Even though you can definitely see the gift wrap paper through the chalkboard paint, I still love this DIY, and for $2, it was worth it to me. For my last and totally my favorite DIY, I'm taking one of the canvas panels and painting the sides black, and then I'm just taking scissors and poking a hole at the top. Now, I'm using the latitude and longitude coordinates of my sister's home. Sorry, stalkers, not my house. And I used this website because there are so many different ways you can get the coordinates. You can definitely do it off Google Maps, but it gives you in a different format. So I'm just using Mod Podge to attach my printout. Once again, regular inkjet printer. By the way, when I print these out, I use the size of 5x7, not 4x6, even though these are 4x6. Then I do another layer on top as well. And I have these little wood tags. They're from Dollar General for $1.50. You get 8. I'm taking some brown acrylic paint, mixing it with water, and painting over the little tags. This makes it look more like a stain. All right, now this is for my sister. So her last name's Wheeler, and I'm doing the year she got married. Printed this off as well, and I'm just attaching it to the little tag with Mod Podge. You could definitely use regular glue for this though. And I found this in the garage. It's just a washer, I think it's called. You don't have to do this step. You could definitely, use some twine, whatever, to cover up the ugly hole. But I thought this was cute, so I did it this way. And then I'm taking twine and kind of looping it through the latitude and longitude, the little sign that says Wheeler, and then I found a random key, and I thought it'd be really cute to add to the mix. Add some twine to put it all together, wrap some twine around. No rhyme or reason. I couldn't even do a tutorial on how I did this. And just make it look most unintentional as possible. And here it is. I really love the way this looks though. I think this is very rustic, personalized, make a cute gift. Obviously I'm gifting it to my sister. I really like the way all of this turned out. I really impressed myself today, especially with the photos and the latitude and longitude. Thank you so much for watching.